never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine, or that people ain't happy.
Hey guys, it's Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is, I think it's part 8. Give me a second here. No, my mistake. It's part 9. This is What If Deku is a high-end nomu. Part 9. Where we last left off in their story. Sorry. And I don't know how long this episode is going to I don't know how long this part's going to be because, I still gotta get ready for work and I kind of overslept again. So, I need to start setting my alarm off on my phone. I need to make sure, my phone doesn't die when I'm sleeping. So, there's that. As where we last left off after the, victory, Izuku got off, Kirishima and Bakugo. As Luna and, Void are discussing, future plans for the next fight. That's where, Momo's like, hey, Shota, those are the two. As they walk up to him as, judging by the girl, you're Luna. And the boy, she looks at him. You must be Void. You're going to lose, you know that, right? It would be best if you just, called quits. As Shoto's smirking. As Izuku, his head's tilted a little bit. He's like, huh? And you are? As, Luna's like, it's the Shoto girl. It's the half and half girl. Oh, yeah, that picture. Well, this is, well, sorry, guys, this is a breath of fresh air. I've actually never experienced this version of the conversation before, so it's interesting to be on the opposite side of this. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you do. I'm still gonna win this. As she gets closer to Izuku, I highly doubt that. Well, I'll be seeing you in the ring. As Momo's like, I'm sorry about her. As she bows and goes off with, Shoto. We cut to Momo. Momo, you could take the girl. I want, the long-haired guy. He's mine. As Momo's like, are you sure? And you're like, yeah. He has a hardening quirk. Let's see how highly, that won't be a challenge. As she's declaring war on Izuku early on. So I don't know how this relationship's going to go because I'm just making shit up as I go. So as we continue, as we cut to Izuku and Luna, as Izuku's like, that was interesting. As Luna's like, you're sure taking that declare of war pretty laid back. He's like, doesn't matter how powerful she is, we're still winning. It's unedible. It's, it's just gonna happen. Just watch. As Luna's like, okay, man, As she socks his arm a little bit. As she's like, okay, man, if you lose, it's not my fault. As that goes on. And she doesn't want to lose because of, get chewed out by the coach. So, oops, sorry about that. That hurt my ears. As Shoto and Momo are in the ring waiting for Izuku and Void, Midoriya, and Luna. As they get up onto the ring, as everyone gets in a fighting stance, Shoto charges Izuku head on, throwing fire. As Izuku had to harden real fast, as he as he hardens, he had to harden his whole body real fast because that was about to develop his whole body. So as he has a healing generation, so that won't mean anything. But he's trying to keep the whole thing that he's been altered secret. So as he goes into full harden mode. Sorry, I just I don't like that word harden. So let's go. He starts calling him the Sorry, I'm going to refer in the harden skill as the ultimate shield because as Izuku activates his ultimate shield throughout his body, he activates it to. Sorry, maybe I should just call it hardening ability. So let's just go with that. I keep changing my mind, but let's continue. As he goes covered, as he uses his fork coolly, going in full hardened form. As Izuku, as all Shoto sees, is Izuku running through, jumping up and going to, it's going to hit her in the face as she jumps backwards and makes an ice shield. As Izuku punches right through, shattering the shield, the ice wall. As Shoto's like, surprised you could take that. Like, guys, I shouldn't look down on your quirk so lightly. I shouldn't take your quirk so lightly. Seems like it gives you, endurance, defense. No, she doesn't know endurance yet, but she's like, seems like you have good defense and you have adequate, you had superior, and your power is skyrocket, I see. As, she's analyzing him. As she throws a couple of ice at Izuku, or Void, as he smacks him out of the way, as we cut to, Momo and Luna fight, as Luna's throwing a lot of combinations at Momo, as she's blocking, as she gets hit in the ribs, as she kneels down, as Luna jumps up, going in for a strike to the head, as Momo real fast creates a shield, blocking it, moving the shield to the right or left, as Luna's off balance, as she comes in with a punch right in the face, as Luna gets flying backwards, as she's like, as she stands up, smiles, waves the blood off her face, off her mouth, and she's like, didn't expect that from a rich girl. As she's like, what? Never mind, princess. As she goes in for, they're battling. As fire erupts the arena, as Momo and Luna jump out of the way. As we cut back to Midoriya. Before we cut back to Midoriya, he's like, Jesus, Shoto's going overboard. As she backs off. As we cut to Midoriya. They're battling close up as she's trying to get hit on Midoriya, using her fire. And she goes into for a kick, as kicking Midoriya, as he takes it, grabs her leg, was one of it, right. He grabs her leg with his left hand and socks her in the face with the right, as she goes flying outside of the ring, as she's just standing there, not standing, just laying down, as as Shota starts laughing, and she's like, I actually lost for once, as she's not mad, she's just glad because her father has always pushed her to super powerful, and the fact that she lost will piss off Endeavor. And plus, she's never found, a strong opponent yet. So, this is the first for her. As she, looks up, finally gets up, sees Midoriya's not even doing anything. As she walks over to him, why aren't you attacking? You know, Momo. Ah, as much as I would love, to get into that fight, my partner is a bit violent when it comes to messing with her opponents. So I think I'm just gonna chill here for a while. Shoto and Void are talking. As we cut to, the Momo and Luna fight. As Momo creates a staff, as she jabs, dabs it, dabs the staff into Luna's stomach as she hits her side of the head. As she jumps up, try to hit her with the staff. As she rolls, Luna rolls over and kicks her side of the head. As Momo is digging her staff into the arena floor. As Luna jumps, runs over, and kicks her again in the side of the head. As she goes flying outside the ring. As, the fight, concluded. Winner we have, as they announce the score, and Void, Midoriya, and Luna. I don't know her last, I don't know Shinto's last name, or, yeah, I really don't know. So, I'm not sure if Shinto's his first name or last name. A lot of these ones, they usually use their last name first, and it's different culture thing. But let's continue. As everyone, gets up, as Endeavor's pissed as he's yelling at Shota. As she flicks him off. And she's like, and she's like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about this especially with you, old man. So what? I lost. That means I need to train harder and improve. But you'll have nothing to do with that. As she flicks him off and walks off. As Joe, rushes over to Void as she hugs him. And she's like, tell us, hype. She was hyped for the fight. She was congratulating him, all that stuff. We're gonna, do a time skip as Izuku's getting ready for the yeah, okay, this is where we get into the canon stuff. So but considering how I made the Sludge villain incident between middle school and high school, that's what I'll do with all my widows from now on is the Sludge villain arc is, or innocent, or I almost said the wrong thing. Whatever. The Sludge villain attack, instead of doing it after, in canon where it is, I'm going to split off between, the middle school and the high school. So, we have that. Now we're going to get to, and the training he did before UA. He trained. He trained with Jiro. So, there's that. I really didn't want to get into that because I've already, took a lot of. I'm still haven't gone into, any of the major canon stuff yet, and I'm already at episode 9. So, let's get the ball moving on this. As Inka, knocks on Void's door, and she's like, "You up?" And she's like, "Sorry." As Midoriya, or Void, he's like, "Yeah, I'm up, Mom. What's up?" And she's like, "Are you ready for your, take the entrance exam?" And she's like, "Yeah, you could have took the recommendations. That would have been a whole lot easier." Sorry, Void's like, "What fun would that be?" The recommendations are boring, according to what I've been, what Shoto's been telling me. And she's like, what, you mean sorry, Shoto, who's that? The, Dever's daughter. We met during the, Cork Blast tournament. Remember? Oh, yeah, that. Sorry, I had heel work at the time. I couldn't really make that one. As Izuku, voice like, it's fine, Mom. Well, anyways, she got in touch with me one day and we kept talking, so, there's that. They're friends, they talk. Jiro doesn't like it, but, she doesn't hate Shoto, so, she thinks she's a little too cold to others. But there's that. But they'll slowly become friends, so, that will progress through a natural state of the what if. So let's continue. As he gets ready, as he's like, don't worry, Mom, I'm only going to be using my hardening quirk. Plus with my natural strength included with it, it should be efficient enough for the test. And in the exams, they won't, the written portion of the test, that won't be very challenging at all. But I think I have a good chance of getting in. As she hugs Void. She's like, text me if she's like, I'll see you at the exam. As Void's like, what? It's like, yeah, I'll be observing with several other teachers, including your homework teacher. And, All Might, of course. Hate that guy. As, she doesn't like All Might, so there's that. As, Izuku's voice like, I need to go. As, we get to, the entrance of UA. Now, Midori doesn't trip. As we're going to do the reverse. That's because I've never really done that before. Like, I've always either have Izuku meet Uraraka during the test, but let's do the reverse happens in canon. As we come Uraraka as she's not paying attention. She's a bit nervous for her test. As she tripped on her feet, and she's about to fall. As Izuku, stops her from falling. As he's holding on to her shoulders. As Izuku's like, you need to be careful. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, thank you. And she's like, I'm Uraraka. As they introduce each other. I'm Uraraka, and he's I'm Void Midoriya. As Void's like, we probably need to get in because we're probably late. As Uraraka's, yeah. As she runs off, does her own thing. As we cut to the written portion of the test. I'm not sure if the written portion was right after, the robots instructions, but I normally just do, the written portion first anyway. So as we get to the written portion of the test, as Nezu's like, I see, your son has made it. As he's like, yeah, he had a little rough, little late start, but he got here, all right? I expect this test to be not as challenging. His test will be a lot more challenging than the rest of them. But I don't see him, failing. If he listened to everything I taught him over the years. As Izuku gets done in like 5 minutes. Seems like he's done. As, they go off to observe the rest of the students in different areas. As we cut to, present Mike. As he's like, as he explains the robots between the 1-pointers, 2-pointers, 3-pointers, all that stuff happens in canon. As Ida speaks up, as he's saying, what about the 0-pointers? You haven't mentioned them at all. According by the, and what information the school provides is not adequate enough to be such a school of this level. It really looks bad on UA's reputation to have such a simple mistake should have been corrected immediately. Ida's going full on Ida dick mode right now, so. Izuku's like, dude, shut up. As he's like, what? As Ida, walks over to him. He's like, what did you say? Dude, I told you to shut up. You're kind of ruining this for me. I'm trying to listen to present Mike's explanation of the system. If you would shut up and pay attention, like the good little tool that you are, as Izuku rubs his head, he's like, don't touch me, as he swaps his hand away. As Izuku smirks, as he's like the good little tool you are, sit there and listen, and he'll actually get to it. And she's like, thank you for, the kid's right. You should sit down. I was going to get to it. So, yeah, you talk anymore, I'll just kick you out. I really don't, care either way. As Ida gets pissed because of Izuku. Yeah, I kind of have to have Ida, I had to have him some sort of interaction. So, yeah, there's that. As he goes, yeah, because they don't, yeah, okay, I was just making sure I got it right. So as, Jiro comes over there after, Izuku's little outburst, and she's like, are you right? As, she's holding on to Izuku's arm, and she's like, yeah, I'm fine, the dude kind of just irritates me for some reason. Don't know what about him that pisses me off, but something about him this irritates me. She's laughing. She's like, you probably should take it easy on him. You went a little hard on the guy. And she's like, maybe a little, but it doesn't matter. Judging by his personality, he probably you probably have to do that a couple of times to get through his little thick skull. So as everyone as she hugs Izuku, she goes off to her side of her section, the battled portion, because they went to the same school, so they won't be partnered up. UA lore logic, I guess, but whatever. As Izuku's in the same field as Araka, as he sees her, go over. He goes over there and talks to her because she's feeling a bit nervous. And she's like, "What's wrong, Araka?" Boy, yeah, I'm kind of nervous. And she's like, relax. What's your quirk? As she explains her quirk. All right, I think you're good. As long as you do what you've been training for. You did train, did you? And she's like, yeah, it's hard because the whole side effect. As she explains, the whole barfing thing and all that stuff. And she's like, all right, well, after this, whatever happens, you definitely need to get that, fix that with your what happened to side effects. But enough said. I think you do fine with your quirk. You might not able to decrease increase gravity on objects, but maybe one day maybe your quirk will evolve into that, something like that, similar. But that's enough said. It's, he gives his version of a encouraging talk, but he's kind of straightforward, so there's that. Ida doesn't interrupt them because he doesn't want he doesn't know what to do. So he didn't see him. Ida didn't see him talking to Araka, so he was yelling at someone else. Feel sorry for that person, but let's continue. As the test begins, as Izuku simply walks out, as several robots appear in front of Izuku, a void. Let's say about 3. As Izuku, hardens his fists, as he destroys the first robot, destroying it into little pieces. As he kicks the second one, as he hardens his whole arm, as he destroys the third one, as he rips out the third one, he pierced the robot's hull, I guess you could call it, the hull, and ripped out his power source and crushed it. As you know, at this point, he's running forward, going into a full, full hardened state. As Izuku, jumps up, sees the robot, as he smashes it downwards, as he crushes a Walmart. Sorry, not the Walmart. Wouldn't mind crushing a Walmart, but enough said about that. But crushes the robot like a soda can. As all you see is a thin piece of metal shaped like almost like a circle. As he just like, a lot of students are seeing this, and so is the teachers. As All Might's like, isn't that your boy? And she's like, yeah, that's my son, alright. As he's going through destroying robots after robots. As he's, as they see several students about to get attacked by the robots when they're not paying attention, Izuku comes in and is, rips out their power cores in a swift motion as all the robots, fall over. As he tosses the power cores out the side somewhere. And she's like, guess who won? I guess he's getting rescue points. As, Inko, says, yeah, he's the only student so far that, will be getting them, apparently. Figures, I wish more of them would use their brain and think about, what type of place you're applying for. Maybe there's always next year, as, Nezu says, in kind of a disappointing tone. As we cut to, Izuku. As Izuku has ranked up several points, rescue points, and all of that. As this is where the 0-pointer comes up. As Izuku, Void hears, Uraraka. As he rushes over there, grabs the rubble and throws it off. Void's like, can you walk, Uraraka? She's like, no, my ankle's sprained, I think. As he's like, okay. As Izuku, picks her up. As one of those stretchers come on, whatever was carrying him, whatever. As he puts her on it as she goes towards Recovery Girl to get recovered. As Inko's like, don't tell me he's going to do it. As All Might's like, what do you mean, Inko? As she sees her son his neck, sorry. As he cracks his knuckles. As Izuku smiles. He is. As All Might's like, wait, isn't that a little bit too dangerous? As he sees, Void jump up, start wailing on the 0-pointer, breaking it down. He's going through from the head to the bottom just by punching. As he's going deeper into the, robot, ripping out anything that looks important. All that as he's, using his portal, as he's using, a little bit of portaling, a little then and there, as he's portaled through a couple of key components that should not be destroyed. He just places portal between it as he deactivates the portal, so there's a clean cut through any material that the portal was there. So he's basically doing that what he did with the nomus, but with the electronics parts into the robot's shell. As the robot explodes with Midoriya in it, he's in his full, shield form, ultimate shield form, or, full hardening form. I prefer to call it whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point, but as Izuku, comes out of the, smoke, as, not, let me stop doing that. As he shakes his head, as he's trying to, he pounds on his, left ear to get some of the debris out of his right ear, as he does the same for the left, as he de-hardens into his normal form. As All Might is kind of scared, kind of shocked by how destructive he can be. As he's like, as All Might's thinking, hopefully All For One didn't create more of these, something similar, because this is kind of scaring All Might a little bit. He hasn't actually, they actually haven't fought yet, so they can't really judge each other's power, but Izuku's getting, he could be a major threat if somehow he was turned or controlled, so, that's what I'm going with this story. So, as Izuku, gets to the end of the thing, as the buzzer bells, rings for the end of the test, as he goes, Araka's there, as she's like, thank you for saving me. As she's like, Void's like, it's fine. As Jiro comes in, as she goes over to who Izuku and are, who he's talking to. Oh, Jiro. And she's like, every time I leave you someone, you're always, you always meet a new friend, especially girls. As she's having a little issue with that, but they'll work that out eventually down the road. But as like, yeah, I saved her from one of the from the zero pointer. As she's like, what you mean saved her from the zero pointer? As she, she apologized to Izuku because she got a little bit jealous. Because she's still a bit irritated about, Luna. Now Shoto. Now, now another one. So, she's she's not like a jealous, like a crazy chick. She just, yeah, she doesn't like it very much. She's still jealous, regardless, but she doesn't go anything crazy about it. The crazy shit, sorry. The craziest thing she'll ever do is probably yell at Midori a little bit, but that's pretty much about it. Or listen, or, make him listen to a genre he doesn't like, so music. That's to torture him, so, there's that. So, as, Raka, introduce herself. And she's like, and she's like, is she, is he your boyfriend? As she, plainly asked. And she could tell. And she's like, yeah. He always, has girls hanging around him for some reason. As Voi's like, it's not my, I'm like, not my attention. It just happens. As, she smiles, at Izuku. She's like, I'm not mad at you. It's just irritating sometimes. Well, anyways, it's really nice to meet you, Raka. As, where's my manners? I'm, no, I prefer Jiro. As I almost forgot her name for some reason. As, she introduced herself as, they talked for a good while. Until she had enough energy just to get up and start walking. As they go their separate ways. As Jiro, you walking me home, right? As Izuku's like, yeah, I'm fine. So how do you think you did, Void? As they're talking about their chance to get in, it's like, I think I got enough points. What about you? And she's like, I think I did pretty well too, but I'm not totally sure. We won't know until we get the letters. As you know, Izuku, walks her home as they, said their goodbyes. As we're gonna stop it there because yeah, it's far enough. Now the next part will be let's see. Oh yeah, the quirk evaluation. Then the heroes versus villains. Yep, that's pretty much about it. I just want to make sure I remember right. So, hope you guys have a good 9 day Japanese time zones. And another part will be this. Another part of this will be up when I get off work tonight.